Hello there folks, it is TIJ Gaming and welcome back to the Neil Robertson Pro Career on Snooker 90. Today it is part 61 of Season 4 and the start of our quarter-final tie against the Hawk, Barry Hawkins, in the D88.com German Masters. It's a best of 9 frames, and in today's episode we'll be playing the first 4 frames up to the mid-session interval, and then on Wednesday's episode we'll be seeing if it's us or indeed Barry Hawkins that make it to the semi-final. Now, Barry Hawkins, a player we haven't played very often at all in the Snooker 19 Pro Career. You can see on the matchup history now that this is only the third time we've played him. We played him back in Season 3 in the quarterfinals of the UK Championship, whereby he beat us by 6 frames to 4. We had an excellent match against him in the English Open a few tournaments ago. Of course, we went on to win that tournament, and it was a crazy decider, and we just about got past Barry Hawkins by the skin of our teeth. So 2 good matches against him. It's 1 apiece in the matchup history at the moment, so let's see how today's game is going to go. As I say, we'll play the first 4 frames of today's episode. As is always the aim with these, probably look to end at 2 each, and anything better would be absolutely fantastic. But worst case scenario, just get a frame on the board. If we're 3-1 down, we can recover, but 4-0 down, and it's a long way back from there. But I hope you guys are good. I can see you're still enjoying the series, and some of the comments that are coming in are great, so thank you very much for that interaction. And I'm still enjoying myself, knowing that, of course, this series is going to be coming to an end soon, with this being the last season, but still plenty of tournaments to go. And if we can get deep in this one, then still lots of action to come from the Tempodrom. I think it's the Tempodrom anyway in Berlin that this is being played in. Only a few tournaments on the game, I think, with kind of different tournaments venues, and this is one of them at the Masters. And the Hawk has given us an early chance.
Tricky pot, no doubt.
Long red with potential black on. And it's there.
That is a quality opening red.
That's a good pot.
1.
And a fairly straight one, luckily, on the black, so we can easily queue for the next red. Albeit we just give that a little bit of a tap.
8.
Going towards the cushion, but there's no issue. Trying to get this fairly well positioned for the black so that we can go into the pack with the next shot. And that is pretty good to me. If we can win the frame from this first visit, that wouldn't be too shabby a way to start this match at all.
A lot of power. That's a really good split.
So what sort of fortune are we going to get? I never believe what Neil Fold says about it being a good split until the cue ball stopped. Because the balls might be all over the place, but if none of them pot, then it's a terrible split. But this one does go into the corner pocket. Applied that a little bit too hard, but it's okay. Still on the black. And this, a good early chance to take the initiative in this frame.
Nicely played.
24.
Albeit, not the best of splits. We've still got a bit of work to do.
This looks pretty simple.
We're splitting the reds up, but at the moment we'll keep playing as we are.
25.
Keep chipping away and potting a few. And then see how we go after that. Going to go for this one into the middle pocket. I'm just looking at the one on the cushion thinking, I don't know if I fancy that or not.
You'll want this to drop into the centre pocket.
Just get a bit of leverage off the cushion. And I think we can probably try and open up the reds for a second time. And albeit, actually, we've only managed to move the pink. But at least there are a few potable reds, not a disaster. I know you're going to look at me funny, but I think this one into the middle is probably our best chance. Just focus on getting the pot, I think, here. Because this sort of shot can always go wrong if you're not careful. Applied the smallest amount of power possible. And it's there, it's dropped. Good pot.
That's great cue ball control. Excellent position.
And there is a red that actually moved along with the pink, which I didn't realise. And that's gone up to bulk. So
Well, he's taking
that does help us out in terms of continuing the break. And that was one of the influence why I played the red into the middle pocket.
Superb
So I
cue.
know that we'd be on this in some manner.
Yes, he's taking the pot on. No issues there.
It's a good start, this.
Simply wonderful.
Just got to keep going in this break. Get the pink back on its spot. That's a biggie. And screw back for the next red.
50.
So the pink is back on its spot. Maybe an ill-advised choice there. I don't know, because it does mean that after this red, there isn't anything else that's easy. But this has been a good visit to the table.
51.
So we're going to have to try and force the issue for the third time here.
No real problem here.
And we've moved all the red to bet. And there is a pot on, so that's encouraging. But we've moved the pink again.
58.
There are actually two pots on here. I think this long pot's probably the best one, I would surmise.
Not an easy one, but a half chance. Excellent.
This has definitely been a good start. Alright, chasing the cue ball around the table a bit. Not the most fluent of breaks.
59.
But I think we should be able to get the job done here. Without Barry getting a chance. And those are the best ways to win frames. You make sure of things.
61.
Pace is key.
And we've got three reds that are, albeit potable, but all on side cushions.
62.
This is the key shot. If this goes in, you fancy him for the frame.
And you heard Dave Hendon there. That red, sorry, the black. I was looking at the red I was going for. And it's funny how these things subconsciously get in your mind. But that black that we've just potted should be enough to win us the frame. So let's see if we can make an opening frame ton.
Nicely onto the colour.
And of course we have a chance at this being a first frame clearance as well as the century. I'm going to shut the window. Bit of gardening going on outside. I don't think you want to hear scraping in the video.
76.
This has definitely been a good start though.
Tricky pot
Take a
on
lot
the
of
cushion here.
positive vibes from this.
Tremendous pot. Brilliant.
77.
And with the kids with my sayings now, can't I? But what we've said recently is that my short game's been very good. For instance, we can play very well in a frame like this. And then the frame afterwards, which we'll see very shortly, will not be very good in. Our short game has been very good, but our longer game has been quite shoddy.
85.
So we'll get a test of that
This should be straightforward enough.
after this frame.
92.
But if we can make a clearance, as I said, it isn't a bad way to start at all. Didn't quite go as far as I wanted it to, so the angle on this pink is made really awkward now. I think we go for it. Again, there's not much risk involved here because of... We know we've won the frame.
Taking the pot on.
But to get on this red, we need a pink up to the top pocket. It's not quite going to make it. It's too far right. So we're not going to make a first frame clearance, but you know, at 93, it's a good effort, and it's going to be more than enough to win us the opening frame.
Frame, Neil Robertson.
Well played to take that frame.
So Barry can't even break off for this frame, the poor lad.
He'll be wanting to press home the advantage now. This next frame should be interesting.
Indeed, should be an interesting one. And we broke off for it. Gone past the yellow, which usually means we're going to be pretty much level-headed with the brown, and that's an excellent break-off. We have made a good start here. We've snookered him. He's played that with some pace, but tried to play the one that was loose. And by hook or by crook, he's just got away with that. Really has. That's quite amazing.
He's gone in off.
Now, going in off there might look stupid,
4.
but it would have been far more idiotic to play a shot that, you know, was a bit more aggressive, tried to separate the reds a bit more and get us safe. And it'd been far more idiotic to try and play that shot and leave him on. At least this way, yes, we have taken 4 points away, but there's still no potting chance for the Hawk. But that's a good shot. Very nearly a fantastic one, but didn't quite work out the way he wanted it to.
Continues.
I need a bit of help from the blue here. It's a tight angle, but I think he can see the red. He can, but I need to play a safety on it. So we get out of jail a bit there. And he's hit the blue, and that red has gone straight back into the pack. There's no separating us at the moment in this safety exchange. And there's no point in taking the risks. Leave your opponent to do that. If they want to play ballsy shots, then leave them to it.
Brilliantly played.
And he has left open a red. There's the Hawk. Unfortunately, positionally, we're a bit stuck after that because the black's not on.
Unbelievable pot.
He'll play this
Now we can try and get on a red, but I really can't see it from here. Need a lot of power. You know what? We might just do it. No, it hasn't worked out. That's a shame. Just didn't have enough power behind the cue ball to do that. To get on the bottom red for the pack, which is the one closest to the pink. That was the one I was intending to get on. And that just makes this safety, well, very awkward now. To be honest. I'll try and play this fin. Go around the pack. Or rather don't hit anything at all. That's another 4 points gone.
And a foul.
Yeah, it is careless, I agree. It was a good safety as well.
Robertson, 7.
But if you don't hit anything, then it's not really a safety.
Free ball.
I think this safety exchange should go on for a little while longer. Of course, we have potted the one red. With the pink. That's why Barry's only one ahead. Wasn't a good shot, that. Left the red over the corner pocket. I wouldn't be surprised if he goes for this. He's going for the other one, actually. And that is a strange old shot to play. You would have thought that he'd have played the shot that he's got to cover the least ground with. Least ground with the cue ball, that is. Sorry, the object ball. You know, okay, it's not a sitter, sure, but it's a good chance. And I'm amazed he didn't choose to play that shot. And because of the fact that it's cannoned from the pocket and been left in a disastrous position, then, well, he's left us a chance. As you can see, certainly initially, we took that chance.
7.
So pink now back on its spot. Again, not one of our finest hours. You'd suggest that maybe we could have tried to go back into the reds. I don't know, but might get a bit of a kick here. We pushed the pink out, but again, that's not really going to help us here.
8.
We are chasing our tails a little bit.
Very tricky shot coming up.
We've potted the pink. Wanted a little bit more power on that to get on the red, but yeah, it's risk versus reward, isn't it, in this game? I think we have to pot this and then just play safe.
He's aiming for the left corner here. Careless.
It's not careless. That's exactly what we wanted to do.
He just wants to drop this one behind the yellow ball.
Yep, you'd be correct, Neil. So we've got the
That's result
snooker.
he was after.
Neil Robertson, 15.
I think he might have hit the pink first there, you know.
Neil Robertson, 6.
No real advantage.
Angle
here.
was maybe a bit
It's probably
tempting, but
plenty.
yeah, I just didn't fancy that.
Foul and a miss. Neil Robertson,
So he's got some choices here.
This time there's a good angle, but again, it's one red and that's it. Might be made to pay for that though. There might be
6. Foul and a miss.
not be an angle at
Neil
all, but we'll
Robertson,
keep him playing
Well, he's asked his opponent to play again.
till I can see a real scoring
Neil
chance.
Robertson, 6.
He's been asked to play again.
But he has hit the reds first time now, so it's not a case of a choice. This is trickier than it looks.
That's a great split. He'll be
We
unlucky
potted
to
it.
get on anything here.
We had to go for that. We couldn't duck out. There's no way we could have played safe from there, for example. And this is a tricky old chance now.
Not an easy one, but
Certainly
our
from the
chance.
outset, anyway. And the pink's dropped. That's a bit of fortune. Left a good chance if that hadn't have dropped.
Well, that's left him a little awkward there.
Yeah, it has left us a bit awkward, I agree. We've missed a fold for maybe once.
This should be pretty straightforward.
Ah, good pot. Oh, really couldn't have done with that. Well, it was more of a kiss, more like a tonsillectomy on the red. Let's keep this going. We're going to need a good yellow, which I think I'm willing to take the risk on.
He's taking
Not
it.
play it with too much power. The yellow's there.
Shot.
We've hit the green. That's not going to harm us. Didn't want to come too far down towards the bottom cush. The black cushion, I should say. Now, does the pink go? Because if the pink doesn't go, then there's no point playing the shot I'm just about to play. I don't think it does. No. Okay. I'll have to screw back a bit more then.
Just wants
Play
to
for the
sink
green
this
ball into the middle
left
pocket.
corner pocket. That's a great.
But I'd say we've played well better than Barry Hawkins so far.
11.
Definitely showed a lot more initiative in our game. And obviously because of the foul situation, we're a long way ahead in this frame. I did look for a second and thought, blimey, have we cleared that much of the table? But then I thought, no, of course not. Never mind me. This could be perfect position on the pink, but you watch, it's going to be blocked. I think it is, so
15.
bulk colour again. Just chasing our tails a bit here. Chasing the cue ball around the table.
He's attempting to sink this into the left corner pocket.
And again, we hit the green. Poor green. But there's nothing brilliant on here. But again, we're going to keep chipping away. That's a good split. That's a good split. But again, the pink doesn't go, so green is going to be the shot here. Or maybe even yellow, actually. I just don't like that green. It's a bit tight, the angle.
He's going for the left corner pocket.
It's all about minimising risk sometimes. We know we can pop these.
It's half a chance, but a chance nonetheless. That's a fabulous
Good shot.
He couldn't have played that any better.
Admittedly,
21.
not as good as I was hoping for positionally. 'Cause if we miss this, then it really puts him back in the frame. I'm fairly confident. Soon know. It doesn't look bad. And it's in the middle of the pocket. What a pot that was.
Really impressive.
Excellent stuff.
27.
And the black will go.
Just the red required here.
And just the net red needed to win 2 out of 2. It's been a good start for us so far. Barry Hawkins, apart from that safety exchange at the start of this frame, we haven't seen a lot of him at the table yet. And because there isn't a sentry on here, we'll just knock a few more in, make sure of it, make sure it doesn't come back to the table, and then we'll get on with the next frame. But it's been a good start to this match.
This looks relatively easy.
We've been making good starts recently, though, and then flagging towards the end of the session and dropping unnecessary frames. And that's not a streaming thing. God, my jokes are terrible.
Excellent shot.
42.
Well, we'll just play safety now. No point clearing the table because you know, it is frame over. It's not even a safety. Just make sure we don't commit a foul. So we've just hit the pink, played that up the table, and that's
Robertson.
all she wrote for that frame.
Frame conceded. Frame, Neil Robertson.
And now the frame is...
It's a very good start. It's been a very good start,
Thank
but
you.
this frame is
Third
going to
frame,
show whether it's
Barry Hawkins to break.
only going to be a good start or better than that. But Hawkins has decided to go a bit gung-ho. But he's played, in the end, actually, a very good safety shot. I mean, you could say he's very fortunate. But what catches my eye is that there's a red right over the corner pocket. And we can just play a plant here. Oh. Didn't play it at the right pace. So Hawkins' good / fortunate safety shot might be rewarded, but he obviously can't see the plant, which is a very peculiar one. But obviously we're going to take it on for a second time. Hit this and it goes in. And there you go. Very strange shot from Hawkins not to recognise that that plant was on. There's just basically no risk involved because however you hit that red,
He's lining this up.
it's going in the pocket. It just needs a touch and it goes in. So no idea why he played that the way he did. Ants on a postcard. And this is, okay, not a brilliant chance, but a good chance at that. Let's type this pink into the pocket, so I'm going to err on the side of caution. Play the blue. It's tight on the pink, so that's how. Just going to err on the side of caution, play the blue.
He's going for it.
And then, oh, that's too hard, that's too hard. Ah!
That was made more difficult.
Wants to play that red into the middle, which is still a potable angle, but again, it just means we're chasing the cue ball about again. And I apologise for the loud noise outside. Hopefully that'll be gone in a minute.
It's being played towards the left middle pocket.
Turn your, I don't know what it is, jet wash or what. Turn it off in the snooker hall, I say. Yeah. But apologies for that. Shouldn't last long. Applied the yellow. Again, this is much like the last two, you have to say. A difficult chance. This could stay out. But no, it's okay.
17.
Doesn't want to overhit this.
Once again, we're just approaching it as knock some balls in, you know, try and get some sort of a foothold on this frame. And see how we go from there. In basic terms. Now the pink again, still very tight, so I'm going to go for the blue. And it's a question now of can we see the red? Yes, we can. If we can screw back towards this sort of position, we can see that red, which opens things up a bit. Definitely. Risky shot though, this.
Really aggressive potting there.
And it's not ended up bad. Just needs to pull up so that we're not affected by the black ball.
29.
I think that one will just about go in the pocket.
Can't see any problems here.
Nope.
He won't be happy with that.
Well, we took a chance,
Neil
and
Robertson.
as we do, it's the story of... I mean, Jesus Christ, why won't that... It's not my computer, by the way. Don't worry, it's not frying.
This is a potential route back into this frame.
Picked the wrong time, obviously, to record. Heh. But as has happened in matches gone by, we've made a good start and then given our opponent a chance.
8.
But that's going to be end of break for Hawkins.
Barry Hawkins. 8.
Not much of a break at 8, albeit, but even so. I'm going to play probably what you'd describe as a very negative shot here. Just going to play a shot gently off the red. Don't commit a foul, obviously. And put it onto the bulk cushion, because that red nearest to the blue is a real chance for somebody. And I feel like if we played safe, we'd leave it on. And that is what will be at a tight angle that Barry Hawkins left on. And thank God that noise has stopped.
This is not easy.
This is tough. It's a risk to be taking it on. Not much more we're going to leave on if we don't pot it, but a lovely pot.
Position looks pretty
Excellent
good to me.
stuff.
1.
And I think from there, we can have peace of mind that we can play good safety. Just touch off the black. And get the snooker.
Yep, nicely done.
Neil Robertson. 1.
Been crying out this frame for the reds to be opened, and
He's managed to get out of the snooker.
not
I
the
think
best
he's
chance,
the potting
but
chance.
I think if we play this to the middle and pot it, it will open things up massively. But it's a big risk, this.
The split
And it's
looks good
there.
to me.
Risk versus reward. Pot that, and the reds fly open, of course. And if you didn't pot it, then your opponent gets that chance. That's the only problem with that
He's
sort of
looking to
shot.
pop this into the left corner pocket. Down it goes.
Quality queuing.
And this
there.
is now a great
Really
chance
good.
to make it 3 out of 3 and ensure a lead of some
3.
kind, whether it be a dominating one at 4-0 up, or indeed a 2-frame lead at 3-1. Gives us a great chance to do one of those going into the next session.
4.
And if we go 4-0 up, if, again, it's a long way away yet, if I'm going to play an extra frame,
10.
so you can get the match won, and then, you know, if we don't, then it's a 4-frame session next time out. But this, we've left ourselves awkward now because of the angles there. I'll play this into the middle pocket. It's a
This
tight
game is
angle.
tricky.
We've, think, come a bit short.
Close,
Yeah,
but he's missed it.
yeah. We've jinxed ourselves. We have jinxed ourselves. We've done it time and time and time and time again. And would you believe it? It's going to happen again. And Hawkins is going to win this frame. Learn from your mistakes. And it's something we don't do. Push the boat out too much.
1.
And we're going to be punished. It's just the way that Snooker 19 works. Hawkins is going to clear up. Very frustrating.
8. 13. 14. 20.
You can always get a bit greedy, can't you, with snooker?
20.
Far too greedy.
27.
That's been our problem. One wayward positional shot. I mean, I guess you couldn't really play a safety from there.
28.
There is that to it. Interesting shot coming up, how he gets onto this red.
He's played
And,
that
you know, he's done
very
it.
well.
Ooh, he's done it perfectly.
30.
Albeit a kick off the jaw of the middle pocket, but even so.
He's aiming for the left corner here.
And after this, it's just the colours to go, and you'd fancy him to win the frame from there.
35. 37.
Albeit this made a bit harder now, because he's got to go down the table to get for the brown. And he just needs the blue, and we're going to be rightly so punished. Barry Hawkins not in this game beforehand. And he's going to get his first frame on the board, where we should have just, you know...
Barry Hawkins, 55.
Well, you know the story.
That is the frame.
And if this, again,
Fourth frame. Neil
ends up
Robertson,
being 2 each at the mid-session interval now, we've only got ourselves to blame. There's a good chance at the start of this frame.
Well, he's taking it on.
And it's there. But
One.
position's not great. So it's just going to be a safety. And you can hear the exuberance of my voice has gone a bit, because I'm really cheesed off about that. Not that I wanted to just finish the game off. No, it's nothing to do with that, but it's
Neil Robertson,
just annoying we keep making the same silly mistakes.
foul and a miss. Neil Robertson, 4.
Well, he's asked for his opponent to play again.
Foul and a miss. Neil Robertson, 4.
I was going to say, I wonder if this is going to be the classic 3 fouls and a miss thing. Because he could see the balls, but because he couldn't see them full, and that's why. Again, I was going to play that half chance there, but you know what, there's just no point. Really is no point. Because I have to get the position good on the black and then open the reds up and all the rest of it, so it's just not worth the risk.
He's got to be careful not to underhit this.
Had a good shot there. Let's play this thick, unfortunately. Get out the mire. And this ball, does it go too far? I'm not sure. The blue might just give us a helping hand. Yep, it does. But the other one does. The other red does to the opposite corner pocket. But, well, the Hawk got that one wrong. And as such has left a tricky old half chance, which we're going to stay close to bulk for in case we make a mistake. But it's right in the middle of the pocket. Excellent pot.
1.
And if we pot the blue, get the next red, then it gives us a good chance.
Here with the long pot attempt.
That's if we can see the red. And I'm worrying with the lack of commentary that we can't. And that is just a banana skin, isn't it? Absolute banana skin. You cannot sanction for that sort of thing, can you?
He'll be really
Oh,
annoyed at that foul.
friggin'
Lack
hell.
of composure, perhaps.
Missed the ball
Foul and a miss.
altogether.
Neil Robertson, 6. Barry Hawkins, 4.
Oh, it's going to go into the pack. Oh, is the blue going to save us? Not sure about that. Just didn't know what to play there.
1.
And Barry Hawkins has got a chance. And if this goes 2 each, it's a tale of woe that we've seen all too often recently. But he's just going to play a safety.
Barry Hawkins, 8.
We're back in.
Tricky pot coming up.
It is tricky, this. But it's gone the distance.
Brilliant pot, outstanding.
But not much of a chance coming from this, is there?
Yes, he'll be very pleased with that shot. What can he do here?
No. Christ almighty, this is as stop-start as you get in a frame.
8.
And it's one of them now that you just want to, you know, get the frame over with, get out the arena and come back for the second session later.
Neil Robertson, 8.
And it shouldn't be, because I don't know why we've got so annoyed, but I have over that third frame. If we're careful, that anger might turn into playing some stupid shots. But that's not a bad one. But no surprise, Hawkins isn't going to take any ridiculous risks.
This is developing into a fascinating safety battle.
It's too hard there. Too hard. Bit soft would have got past the yellow. There's a half chance if he wants to go for it, and he is going for it. He missed one earlier on, but he's potted that. But unfortunately for him, he's not on anything at all. And that is rather unfortunate for Hawkins, because he played a good initial shot, but just failed on the positional side of things.
Playing this with plenty of power. That's not what he was hoping for.
No, it's not what he was hoping for. But if we can see the green, which we can't, bugger. Let's play with some side then. And this is a risk. No. Well, that's the frame gone, unfortunately. Stupid shots being played again by us. And, you know, we're going to be punished for it.
Neil Robertson.
And after such a good start, it's just the same story being written all over again. 2-0 up, well in control, getting in the third frame, make a hiccup, and we don't play the same after that. And we don't make these matches easy for ourselves.
7.
We really don't.
Eight. 15. 16. 23.
What's he played there? Funny shot that was.
Barry Hawkins, 23.
That was a very, very, very strange shot. Oh, wow. Just this red pass to go into the middle pocket. I don't think so. No, it doesn't. So he's had to play safe. There's a big target behind the green. If we can get to it. That'll do me. Unless he can get past the green for a pot.
This is no gimme.
Oh, and he can. Well, poor shot again from us. But yeah, it's going to be tough to get out of that, particularly with all the bulk colours bar the brown out of their position.
8.
Wasn't just right, well, we'll screw back up to bulk and all the rest of it, or try and play a shot that ends up in bulk and then we're safe, because the only line of safety was that brown.
14.
But once again, he's trying his best, Hawkins, to muck this frame up. And this time, he's left a pretty tasty chance.
This is a half chance.
I just hope we've got the length on the cue ball. To then hit the red and drop in.
Fabulous effort.
Whew, bit of fortune about that.
1.
Just a bit.
He's lining this one up to the middle pocket.
Any softer, and I don't think that would have bounced in.
Tremendous spot.
7.
I don't think it would have dropped. And we now potentially have a chance to be 3-1 up, which I think, well, it's a funny one. It's been definitely a session of two halves, this, isn't it? Problem is, we've just not lined up for the blue well enough.
This is not easy.
Nowhere near hard enough. Trying to get into a gap, potentially pop one of these into the middle, but just wasn't going to happen, was it? Go really adventurous, aka stupid. Try and pop into the black pocket, but that ain't going to work. Oh, flipping heck. It's almost like my brain just goes.
Neil Robertson.
So you can see this red now.
Well, he's taking the red on.
And it's there.
1.
I just don't know what to say. It happens time and time again in a session, and certainly recently we've started really well, and then just our short game has been our long game has been atrocious. This is what worries me in a match like the Worlds. You know, it's
18.
not going to be enough, and he leads by 34 points. And I think with that we'll just concede the frame. And we go in at half-time, in effect, after the first session, at 2 frames apiece. And I'll be walking away from that just scratching my head at how on earth we let that slip. 2 frames up, and we end up level-headed. I don't know, crazy. But that's going to be it for today's video. If you enjoyed that, make sure to leave a like down below. There's another session on Wednesday, so new session, hopefully new me. And we can scrape a victory in this match and get through to the semi-final. Also, make sure to leave a comment if you enjoyed as well, and subscribe for regular Snooker 19 content. Thank you for your company today, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Goodbye for now.